Can you hear me now? Blah 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 blah. I need to mute myself. I really don't want to hear myself talk. Okay. So now that we have that done, oh my god, and I'm pretty sure it's recording too, so that's a plus. Maybe we can start. I don't know if there's anybody else in here though. If they are all hiding. I'm gonna go poke people again. Also, it's cold in here. I am freezing. In case anybody was curious. Updates of what's going on with Lucy's body. Everything you always wanted to know. Yeah, I think it's I don't know. This program's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's the program that I've always used and even though that sometimes it kind of gets glitchy, it does seem to work and it's recording things, so that's good. Hopefully it'll actually save it and I won't just end up with a bunch of stuff that doesn't get recorded. But on the upside, there's a person watching. Yay! That's probably you. So I'm not sure if I should get started yet or not. Oh, I see a royal. Okay, guys. Well, there's 3 of us. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I know a couple other people were thinking about showing up, so here we go. Okay, first things first, I'm going to talk a little bit about our Kickstarter because that's something that I'm sure everybody has questions on, even if they haven't come up to me and been like, yo, where's our stuff? So I'm going to talk about the Kickstarter. Um, as you all know, we had a successful Kickstarter. Yay! As you also know, nothing's happened. And trust me, that's incredibly frustrating for me too. And I can assure everybody that most of the things that we have promised are actually finished. Um, we have the coding and the programming that was done for the pets. It just needs to be, I guess it just needs to be turned on. And there was something about some issues with that. Anyway, I'm trying to get that worked on so we can have pets released because we have a lot of gorgeous pet art and I really want to see people use it and I want to use it. So with the way that we're talking about doing stuff and kind of moving away from the site, what I would like to do is compensate everybody. But obviously, there's things that we were expecting to have done that we're probably not going to do. And that includes, like, the titles and the badges and stuff like that. That's all programming that unfortunately is not finished. So, people who were supposed to be getting that, we're going to compensate you in other ways because we have the pets and pet making items and things like that. You'll get goodies. You just won't get forum titles. That's just for instance. People who signed up to have, who pitched in and were supposed to get stuff like, create X item. We'll still get to do that. Maybe not for the pet site version of Origins, but definitely for what we have planned. You will be getting that. So let's say, well, I guess I would have to talk to you about what I want to do with Origins before I tell you about that. You'll still get to help design things. You'll still get to use that, as well as getting, all the other goodies we promised. So I'll that's something that I'm going to kind of go over, and I'll probably release an email to the backers about that. So if you were a backer, you'll get an email. Yay. Yay, emails. Um so I don't want people to think that we've forgotten about the Kickstarter rewards. There is one more thing though. The Witchy set has been on the site for months, and I'm so sorry we haven't got it sent out. The staff and I have been swarmed with our personal lives and with the holidays, and holidays are blecky, blah blah blah. But we want to get those out to everybody. They are on the site. They are ready to be used. We just have to figure out how we're going to get them to you, because unfortunately the site does not have a mass gift function. So we'd have to send all the pieces out all individually. And I'm kind of trying to figure out how we can work around that. So as soon as we figure that out, I don't want to make people have to do that, because I don't want to do that. So what I might do is start shooting a link to everybody and having a special shop set up where that's available. And people can just go in and it'll all be marked at like one amber blossom, and you just snag it out of there. If you want multiple copies, have multiple copies. I kind of don't care. You guys were awesome and backed our Kickstarter, and if you want 2 copies of the witchy hair, have 2 copies of the witchy hair. It's okay. Anyway, so I think that covers the Kickstarter. Before I move on to anything else, does anybody in the chat have any questions for me? Going once, going twice. You're probably catching up to this part of the stream because I'm talking and it's probably 5 minutes behind me. I feel bad for whoever listens to this. They're gonna be like, just shut up and keep going. And I'm not going to, because I'm trying to wait and make sure I don't cut anybody off. So I'll say this. If you guys have questions about things that I'm talking about, go ahead and type them up, and I will pause periodically and answer them, even if I have to backtrack a little bit. That might be better, since I'm sure there's some manner of delay here. Okay, so Kickstarter compensation I've covered. What am I doing with Origins? What are my plans? What's in my brains? That actually was something that I had all these thoughts and ideas, and my brain was kind of out in left field and scattered around across 6 different counties of thought. And I sat down actually on Valentine's, and after having a really nice dinner with my amazing fiance, he he and I sat down and had a chat, and I told him, what am I going to do with Origins? And this is something that I've said to him over and over again for months. I don't know what to do with Origins. But this time I actually sat down and I said, this is kind of what I want to do with it. I want to create something physical and tangible. I want to create something that people are going to love, that's going to be a continuation of what Origins has been, which is something that is mind-boggling to me, people love. And I want to keep doing that. I want you guys to love the direction that we're going. I want you to, even if it's not quite your thing, still say, yeah, go Origins. And so I started taking some of those thoughts and those ideas and stuff, and dragging them around into something that I think is a bit more cohesive, something that is actually a solid idea. And I got really excited about it, and he actually got really excited about it, because this is stuff that he loves too. He's not really into the pet side of things, but he's into role playing and creating things, and so I think that his excitement is going to fuel my excitement and vice versa. And this is something that he's going to actually want to work with me on, and I'm excited about that, because he's a fun person to have projects with. So, all right. Getting down to it, I kind of want to tell you, this is a little bit This is going to sound a little weird maybe, but this is the basic idea. This is what I've kind of been telling the staff. And somebody had asked me, what format of RPG is Origins going for? Are you going to have it? Is it going to be forum, tabletop, video game? What are you going? What do you want? And so my answer was tabletop. This is going to be something that you take out and play with your friends around a table. Uh, the concept, the idea is a trading card role-playing game, which is kind of taking Magic the Gathering from over here and Dungeons and Dragons from over on the other side, pulling them together and making something fun and unique that you can either make a full campaign out of, you can have and play a quick session with, here and there. We wanted it to be very modular and very flexible, as as well as having enough depth to it to allow for more complex play, but not being so convoluted and complicated that you can't just sit down and in 10 minutes throw together a game and have an RP session with your friends at a party for 2 hours or an hour. We wanted you to be able to go back and forth. And so that's something that, we're really excited about. I love playing Magic the Gathering. I love trading card games. I think they're very interesting and very exciting. My only problem with them is always I like to do the battling, but I get tired of the battling. So, but I really like to do RPs and stuff. I love Dungeons and Dragons, but for me, I want more visual with it. I want to see my characters. I want to see my spells. I want to, you know, that's why I kind of like playing video games, is because there's that visual aspect too. And that's kind of what I want to do, is take those two ideas and merge them together into something fun and exciting that appeals, that you can definitely have it draw from your own imagination for it. But there's that kind of visual aid, and you don't have to worry about tokens and um, miniatures and all these other little things. You just buy the set, and you have what you need for it. And I kind of wanted to go over a little bit with you. What are we talking about? What kind of cards are there going to be? That sort of thing. Um, we said that's one of the things that we hammered out really fast, was what kind of cards are we going to have? What kind of sets are we going to have? What's the rule book going to be? At first, we thought maybe we just skip the cards and go straight to just creating like another Dungeons and Dragons expands kind of a deal using Origins. And then we thought, well, but there's already Dungeons and Dragons, there's Pathfinder, there's World of Darkness, there's all these different books. So we decided to pull back to the cards. And that's actually what I'm most excited about. We're going to have hero cards. You'll have Balvoon. There will be the other legendary guardians. They will show up on hero cards. And hero cards are going to basically be pre-made characters that can be used as either non-player characters in a bigger campaign, or they can just kind of be, meant for quick play. Like, my buddies and I want to play, but we don't feel like going through and making characters, so we just hand out, we'll pick from the hero cards. We're going to have, for people who want to build their characters, we're going to have race cards, class cards, ability cards, sticking with kind of the feral spirit thing we'd been talking about, where it kind of draws the pets in. We're going to have kind of deity cards, and the animal spirits, the deities are going to be animal spirits that kind of, like the monkey and the ox and the tiger, and you'll pick one of these cards and it'll grant you a boon to your character. And in the case of one of our classes, you'll actually shapeshift into a creature, and drawn and inspired by your deity. So if you were to pick the monkey god, you would shapeshift into a monkey, an ape, or a gorilla. That's probably the same thing. Anyway, we're thinking about having artifact cards. We're gonna have armor and weapon cards, maybe even legendary weapons and stuff that are just kind of like super powerful and whatnot. And those are all going to be standard for a player set. We also want to have the game master set, which is set up a little bit more for a for somebody to run the game. It's going to have creature cards, monster cards, NPCs, villains, bosses, maybe even some trap cards, as well as, some basic professions and classes for, like, bartenders and the nobles and the guards and farmers and all that. Um, so the cards are going to be something that's really, that's really fun, I think, and allows you to kind of, in the sense of Magic, build a character deck and then just kind of go from there. Except hopefully it won't be too big a deck. And we're still ironing out some of those ideas. How that's going to work, how combat's going to work, but we have an idea of where we're going with that, and I think that's good. Um, Classes that we've been talking about, and this is something that we've had hashed out since we were going to make an RPG as part of the site at one point, and we're gonna have lots of different classes there. We're gonna have like the Berserker and the Crusader, Ranger, Monk, Sage, Battle Mage. We're gonna have lots of different classes too, as well as lots of different races. I know I've talked a lot about the different races that's part of Origins, and one of those, or several of those, are like the Fae and Centaur and Naga, um, Merfolk, Satyr, and a lot of other really good ones. Of course, we're probably going to have humans and some kind of dwarf race, and kind of pull in some more basic fantasy, but that's kind of where we are with races. And part of the one of the things I was talking about for compensating for the Kickstarter is people being able to design a race, or being able to design a like a hero card, or design a class card or something like that. Well, maybe not a class card, but like weapon cards and stuff. And if we get to a point where we do a Kickstarter for this, that's also something we're going to have in there, is being able to help but with designing, um, yeah, and that sort of thing. I'm kind of running out of stuff here, and I don't see any questions. So if anybody has any questions, now is the time. Oh, somebody had asked me at one point, they said there was a little bit of confusion. I was saying that, let me go back to my news post here so I can find it and kind of refresh my mind. They were basically saying that I had kind of a little bit contradicted myself in saying that the site wasn't, that I was going to go ahead and release everything for the site, but that I wasn't going to be continuing working on the site. And I just kind of want to clarify that what I meant was, once we get the things that were promised, like the pets and the um, mostly the pets, I do want to release the layout. Passage did an amazing job on it. It's beautiful. I do want to get that done by somebody at some point. I have no idea, but I do want that on there. I want Origins to be what we wanted, and maybe on down the road I'll pick it back up. I do want that to be an option, because I do love Origins. I love the pet site version of it. I love the art we have, but I feel personally that I need to step away from what we've been doing and move in a different direction and see what we can accomplish there. So while there won't be any planned updates to the content, you know, um, okay, yeah, sorry, I was reading Ashian's comment. Um, like I said, we probably won't have updates, or at least regular updates, very often. I'm not going to plan for them. I kind of want people to not expect it, but I might do some more Fey art, or I mean, I have a ton of pet sketches, and we might come to a point where we do start adding more content and go back and fix some of the coding and add new coding. It's just not something that I want to put a priority on. I like I said, I would like to go a different direction and see what new ground I can break before coming back to the original concept of Origins. And to kind of address what Ashian was saying, I do understand. That's kind of not where a lot of people are at. Maybe they're into role playing, but it's forum based, or they're here for the pets or the avatars, and they're not interested in it, and that's okay. If all you want to do is lurk on the website, it'll be there. It's not going anywhere. Um, so I do understand that, and I don't want anybody to feel bad about it. I don't want anybody to feel bad if they don't want to follow the exact direction that we're going and kind of hang out in where we've been. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, you guys have been very supportive, and you've stuck through all the crap over all the years. And I mean, I went back and thought about it, and I've been working on Origins in some form or another for 6 years now. And a lot of you have been with me through that. You've been with me for 6 years, and I think that's impressive, because there's been times I haven't wanted to been around at all, and you guys are still around, believing and pushing and saying, "Hey, this is a great thing you have going. Keep it up." And I appreciate that a lot. That's like I said in my news post, that's basically why I haven't just been like, "Well, this has failed." The end. And that's also why I have one of the avatars up on in the program right now. I thought maybe after we get done with the question and answer portion, if we still have some time, that we could maybe make a few. I would. You guys would just watch and maybe comment if you like. Um, I would do some new colorations to release on the site, just to kind of give everybody a little something new to look at and play with. And um, I'm really bad at this. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. It's weird just kind of talking into the void. But hopefully, if the program works properly, this will be recorded, so lots of people will hear it, and it won't just be me talking at poor Ashian. Anyway, so yeah, I thought maybe we could make some new designs. I was wanting to work on some new character designs and kind of do some drawing or sketching, but that didn't work out today. I didn't have a chance at all to prep this week. So, yes, thank you, Royal. This is like, yeah, it's weird. I talk on the phone all day at work, but I have somebody talking back at me, so it's not as weird unless I have to leave a voicemail. I don't like leaving voicemails. It's awful. Um, I usually end up coming across like, "Hi, I'm calling about stuff. Call me back. Bye." And then I forget to leave the phone number. I had to write scripts for the longest time. I've gotten better about it, thankfully. But anyway, I apologize, kind of going off topic there. So does anybody else have any other questions? Um, any other comments? Anything else they'd like me to address? I guess it's just you guys, so. Oh, that's a good question. Ashian asked, what will there be to the pet site? Um, the pets, the avatars, the forums. That's basically what the pet site is going to be. Um, I think it would be nice if we kind of came up with some ways, and this is something that I would ask the users about, coming up with ways for you guys to earn more currency because I know that's been an ongoing issue. Even with it being linked to post count and stuff, it's still hard to get it, and we don't have like forum games we don't have anything like that. I think we have a forum game spot now though. I don't know. I think I have all the places maxed out on that, on how much you get per post. All the forums are maxed. Oh, it's dead. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry. Anyway, well, that's something we can work on too. Is how to get people more currency. Um, okay. And Royal asked if you ever got a good team, will you ever update the pet site? Yeah, I think so. If we had I think the biggest problem with working on the pet site is the programming and the art. And this is something that I hadn't really announced yet, is that one of the things that kind of prompted me to want to change directions is that we lost Ryu as an artist, and that's not because of anything bad. She just has gone. She's gotten a new full time job, and she's going to be busy, and she's not going to be taking commissions. So, and I'm really picky about art. I'll just be honest. Um, I want everything to kind of be uniform and look really good, and that's another reason that I've kind of haven't really been doing anything with the avatars is because my art doesn't look like Safi's, and I haven't found really any artist that can match her style enough. She had a kind of a her stuff has a very distinctive look and a distinctive flavor, and it's hard to go behind an artist and capture their style. It really is. And some people can get really close, but I'm picky enough that I can tell the difference sometimes, a lot of times. So anyway, I don't know if I actually answered Royal's question. The answer is yes. If I came up with a really good team, and if I had a really good programmer who was willing to sit down and chunk through everything and work with me to get everything all beautiful and shiny and pretty, I would totally keep working on Origins as a pet site. I do love Origins as a pet site. I think that I want to forage into something else and not put Origins to bed in the sense of it's dead and gone, but put a pin in it, I guess is a better way to put it. And say, okay, for now this is what we have. And, we're gonna leave it at that. And on the flip side, if we take off in this other new direction and go, get a ton of people who are just interested in Origins and want more and want more, I'll shoot them over to the pet site. We'll build the pet site out of that. So, I mean, I think that's part of my hope too, is that by branching out a bit, maybe we can earn some extra cash on the side to put into Origins. Because anybody that's actually, put time and effort into a pet site will know they are very expensive to get off the ground, unfortunately. Well, unless you're a programmer and an artist and have no life. I don't know how some of these people do it. I can't. So, anyway, I'm babbling again. Does anybody have anything else? And yeah, I understand people who lurk don't want to have to post all day. I don't even want to post all day. I'll be honest. I mean, I like posting and chatting with people, but sometimes I don't want to have to. I want to just lurk and read and see what's going on, and I don't particularly have anything to say. So if you don't see me on the forums, it's because I'm lurking too. Okay, Ashian's asking, how would pets work? Designing, would breeding be an option, or there's not the programming? As far as I know, all of the pet coding is done. that should include breeding. I have not seen any kind of a test coding or anything. Or well, I have. I saw some test coding. Supposedly all of our programming is on the site. It's just not released to the site. It's like on a subdomain or something like that. I need to get I was in touch with a volunteer programmer who was willing to help us work on some stuff. I was just waiting to hear back from Paul about it first, and I did get a message from Paul, and it wasn't very promising. He told me that I have access to everything, and that's kind of all I got from him. And I have since messaged him again, and that was weeks ago, and haven't heard anything. So if I can get the volunteer programmer to get the layout put out and get the pets released and tell me what all is there, and if this volunteer programmer wants to work on a few things here and there, I would be okay with that too. The other thing I would want to do is get the avatars completely revamped, get that revamp that we had done released, because all that's finished too. So to answer the question, pets should work the same as promised, and there should be breeding. Should be. I might get a surprise and find out that it's not really like that. So if that happens, well, we'll do what we can do, and maybe if there's incomplete coding, maybe the volunteer can fix it. So, well, I was hoping some more people would pop in, but I'm not seeing anybody, and I'm not sure what else to go over. Oh, I am wanting to kind of. Oh, hey, okay. Here's another question. How are pets supposed to be color generated? Okay, when last I left it, pets are supposed to be you're supposed to be able to design your own on the site. They're supposed to be pre-existing genes, which are for markings and stuff. If the coding is incomplete, what I might do instead is have color your own be a thing, and find a way to kind of work that around. Hopefully, if the coding's all finished, it should just be pick your options, and it will automatically generate into your stable or haven, or I forgot the word we used, into your pet pile. Hopefully, that's the way it'll work. You are welcome. And I was going to say, I do want to start making a weekly stream, even if I don't, I may not always work on Origin stuff, but, and even if all I do is just recolor some stuff, or I'm working on art for the cards, I mean, everybody's welcome to watch. And if I get really inspired, I might release some of the art as avatar clothing or something like that for fun. So, like I said, I don't want Origins as a pet site to completely die. So, yeah. Weekly streams. Tune in. All right. So, are there more questions? I'm okay with more questions. That's why we're here. I just kind of had the other thing as a backup just in case we ran out of questions early on. And is there any sort of estimated timeline? Not right now, I'm afraid. Are you talking about for getting the pets released and the layout released, or are you talking about the the new game? If it's for pets, pets would be nice. Yes. Okay. For the pets, I really don't have one right now. I need to touch base with the volunteer programmer again and see what her schedule's like and see what she can come up with. And I know that the holdup for pets before was getting the layout out so that we're not having to double mess with the layout twice, once for the old time and once for the new time. Um, and I'm not sure what happened there. Paul was supposed to have gotten that done, and then he had stuff come up, and he just kind of poofed. So that's what held that up. What held the layout up. And anyway, so I'm not sure where any of that's at. Um, I'll touch base with her, and then I'll have a better idea of where of the ETA for pets. Hopefully soon. I am so tired of waiting for pets. You have no idea. Well, maybe you do because you've been waiting for pets too. As for the RPG timeline, I have no idea. We're completely in the brainstorming phase and planning phase. So I think once we get um, some of the questions lined out, like, how's combat going to work, blah, 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 and we kind of figure that sort of thing out, get all of our mechanics in line, then we'll start figuring out the art, and then we'll figure out, who we're going to have print it and what it's going to cost, and then we'll probably turn to Kickstarter to help with printing costs because printing costs, youch. But or maybe not youch. I don't know. I've never looked at printing a game like that. But lots of research. That's still in the brainstorming research phase, but we'll have mm, we'll have some sort of better timeline in the future on that too. And I will say I will be doing a stream next week as well. So if there's more questions you guys think of, or somebody missed this one and didn't get their questions in and didn't get a chance to message me, I can always have a question and answer at the start of the next stream as well to give everybody a chance to get their questions answered. And like I've said, I want to be transparent with everyone and honest and keep you guys in the loop. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start on. I'm gonna pause for a second and set up my tablet here because I didn't do that for some reason. Brilliant, Lucy, brilliant. I'm gonna mute for a second, set myself up, and then if there's more questions, I'll go ahead and answer them. If not, we will go ahead and move on to making some new dress designs. Yay, dress designs. Okay, pausing. Okay, doke. I just said that. Wow. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, hey, looks like we have another person joining us. Hello, person? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just nuts. I keep watching the watching now, and I think it's toying with me. Anyway, hello to any newcomers. Um, so I don't see any more questions. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to go ahead and post them, and I'm watching the chat while I'm fiddling in the other window. So, or at least I would be if my thing were fiddling or working. Why is my thing not working? Oh, because it's not plugged in on the other end. Oh wow, that scared me. I'm like, my tablet's broken. No! What is this cruelty? How? Okay. No. Okay. So, going ahead and getting this set up. Again, if anybody has any questions, I'm going to periodically say, if you have any questions, please post them. Until you guys get tired of hearing it and shoot me. I'll be like, no, don't shoot me. Too young to die. Oh, I think I just reset. Maybe I just reset. Hopefully I did not reset. Can you guys hear me still? Now I'm doing stuff. My screen wants to have a heart attack. Okay, so this is the very beautiful Vineyard gown. It was done by Safi. I don't know where it went. I'm broken here. Okay. Something went wrong. Can you hear me okay? Try refreshing. Okay, good. We got it working. Or I got it working, or it decided to work itself. I don't know. Anyway, so we're back. As I was saying, this is the Vineyard gown. It was actually originally designed by an artist named Sin Klein, and then when we redid all the art, Safi remade it, and so we have the Vineyard gown, and it's one of my favorite pieces. After Safi redid it, cough. You didn't hear me say that. That's rude. And yeah, so many layers. A lot of these layers are just colors, and then she has lots of shading layers. Usually 4 a piece. It sounds like her. I do too. Layers are a gift. They are amazing. They're what separates us from the animals. It's a Beck! Hi, Beck. Sorry, I just totally called you out in front of everybody. I'm glad you made it. You're very pink. Your chat color's pink. I'm sure everybody wanted to know that. They're going to listen to this and be like, wow, Lucy, crazy. Anyway, since we have a new person, I'm going to go ahead and say if you want, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. Oh, is she lime for you? She's pink for me. That's awesome. Now I'm jealous. I want to be pink. I think I'm red. Am I red to everybody? Anyway, I'm going to pull out the palette. And since we have a few peeps in here, I'm going to ask, and I know that's weird, sorry. I have a huge monitor, so I love that I have a huge monitor. I will not lie. It's so big. Okay, it's not that big. It's just big. You get to take a peek into our folder. I can't find what I'm looking for. I can never find what I'm looking for. It's always right there too. I can just never find it because I'm a dingus. Okay. It has been confirmed that I am red, just in case anybody was wondering. No. Okay. So. Okay, somebody give me a color. Um, Give me a color and we'll start working with this. Or a theme. Themes are good too. I need to adjust myself here anyway, so. Rosewood. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. Rosewood or cyan. The radioactive grouping, yeah. This is gonna throw me off, so I'm gonna click that off, and it's gonna look kind of weird, but okay. Well, why don't we go with rosewood on this one, and then we'll do a cyan radioactive one just to kind of blow everybody's eyeballs out later. And that'll be fun. And what should we have go with the rosewood? Something sultry, something chocolatey. I'm so glad that I can amuse people. So I think that was brown. Those leaves always throw me. I'm never sure if they should be a leaf color or not. Oops. Oops, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons tonight. Yep, all the wrong buttons. Hmm. Yeah, it's hard to try to think of something that's not already a thing. Too dark. Yeah, we really need more guy stuff. I'm always so sad that the guys have like nothing nice. It's just like guys can be ugly, right? Right? Right. And Royal's shaking his head. I can hear it. I can hear it. Boys want to be pretty too. Don't worry, Royal. You are very pretty. Yes. For those that didn't see, Royal wears the same tank top and pants. You might wanna wash those, just, in between seasons. It's kinda gross. Oh, that's what it's I can never tell what these layers are. I have to click them on and off 3 times before I figure it out, and then I'm like, "Oh, yeah." A plus work, Lucy. A plus work. Hey, my, that's a mess. Oh my. There we go. Okay. And I think the next suggestions were cyan and radioactive. That's right. Well, I think I'll do it this way. Whoever comes to the stream gets a copy of the dress, of the dresses. As kind of a thank you for showing up, and why not? Because it's sweet. Let's see. Here, maybe I'll just switch it around. There. I'll worry about the shading and stuff later. That way I can just kind of expedite it and get several pounded out and then go back through and fix all that and get them ready for get them thrown up on the site. More color suggestions? Come on, guys. Oh, good. Beckbert's free from class. No more learning. Oof, too dark. Wah! Sorry about that. My phone buzzed at me and scared the crap out of me. I don't know why it buzzed instead of... That's all the colors we have currently, sadly. Ooh, spreadsheets are fun. I love spreadsheets. We actually do have more. It's just we don't have them all conveniently lined out like this. Yeah. There actually are some, like, dusk and dawn, I think is what they're called. Those are missing. Gray is missing, pomegranate is missing, Persian is missing, and then the limited colors are missing. So you guys aren't crazy. Oh, you challenged me to aubergine. Oh, it has been done. I'm gonna save this. I like this pink purple monstrosity. And then I'm gonna conquer aubergine. Mwahaha. Monstrosity. Okay, she called. She asked for it. It needs something. Yeah, it needs something. I don't know. I got tired of it. So, ooh, shiny. Ooh, bright and disgusting. Hmm. Oh, nice. Beck was thinking the same thing I was thinking. Oh, what about a green? Except now it reminds me of Barney. I've been pissed off with Photo Bucket since they revamped and forced it on me. Oh my goodness, I just could not even. I'm too odd. Oof, oof, that was horrendous. You guys are funny in the chat. Except I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do with this. The green here. Yeah, let's try. Mm, well, that's the line color for honey. That's not too bad. Yeah, the tiny spots are kind of confusing. Yeah, I think that chocolate color was what it needed. That's a nice fallish looking thing. Yeah, I like that. I just love it when a plan comes together. Cough, because I totally planned all that. Anyway, okay, Beck asked, is this program pretty easy to stream with? You mean Psy or I'm using uh ODS, I think is what it's called. And yeah, it's okay. It's pretty easy. It's a little glitchy. Um, but yeah, it's not too bad. Twitch. Twitch is nice. Twitch is nice. I like Twitch. I used to use Join Me all the time, but that's not in the same ballpark anymore as anything. Twitch is kind of the master. Oops, did I just color? What did I just color? Oh, okay, I didn't color anything. Yeah, it really did. And that always upsets me when a really good program just kind of shoots itself in the foot and becomes a pile of garbage. Yeah, Twitch is very accessible, has really good perks. Um, I mean, I like that my Amazon links to it. That makes me happy. I pay for Prime and I get Twitch Prime at the same time. Oh, Prime and Prime. I don't know. I don't know why I say words. I shouldn't say words. Okay, this one's ready for exportation. I used to use Picardo too. That's the other one I was thinking of that I used. Picardo was also a little kind of hinky, and I had a lot of problems with it being laggy. They probably all do. Twitch so far hasn't lagged as bad, I don't think. I know when I was running is it OBS? Yeah, OBS with Picardo, it really dragged my computer, and OBS with Twitch doesn't seem to drag my computer as badly. From a streaming standpoint. Oh, change to creative. How do I do that? Is that on my dashboard? You're gonna have to walk me through it because I'm a dingus. Let's see, dashboard. Ah, okay. I couldn't figure out how to get that to work. I tried art and it didn't work. Creative. Woo! I did a thing. I'm so proud. Oh, I had to click update. Oh, and I got achievements. Thanks. Thanks, Royal. Oh, Beck's following me on Twitch. Yay! I love when people follow me. Thank you. Okay. I don't think anybody wants to see me what color on undergarments. Oh, wow. Twitch has been around for 5 years? I only heard about it recently when Curse switched over to Twitch, and they were like, "You have to have a Twitch account now." And I'm like, "Wait, what? 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 What?" But now I have update all, so I'm really happy about that. I can update all my add-ons at one point and not have to wait and click and wait and click. Yes, I'm complaining about that, and you can't stop me. "2011, oh my goodness. I live under a rock in case you weren't, in case you didn't know that. Shoo-wee. It's times like this that I just feel so old. I'm not sure what to work on. Ugh. I meant to plan, and I didn't plan because I'm I didn't have a chance. It was Valentine's this week. That is my excuse. Affiliate partner, which can bring in. Oh, revenue's nice. I'm not gonna complain about revenue because I'm not really focused on it at the moment. Maybe someday when I'm, famous or something. I have a bunch of random stuff if you guys just want to watch me shade or sketch, or you guys don't see my dirty, naughty things in here. Except I don't have... Shade some men's clothing. I should. I don't draw dudes very often. I'll just be honest. Okay, if I can find the bases. Where's the bases? See, even all the shading, all the sketching I've done has been dude stuff, has been chick stuff. Just like, what even are boys? Okay, where's the done. Bodies, I found it. Bases. Female clothing is, oh no. Oh, oh, we're sunk. My tablet just decided to have a fit and not be tablety anymore. That's what happens when my tablet decides not to be tablety anymore. have no idea what makes it do that. I really don't. Here, I have one thing I can try. It might work. If not, I will have to completely restart my computer for it to work. Yeah, I guess that's true. I just never really got into dudes. Yeah, I don't know why it does this. It's kind of an older tablet, but it's not so old I mean, it's been doing that basically since I got it. Nope, the tablet has decided not to tablet. Okay, guys, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna restart everything really quick.